Oh! A wild Epos appeared. Hopefully not clipping this time. I enabled a compressor. I still haven't done color grading for this half of the setup, and I didn't even turn on one of my lights. But I have music, which is auto duct below my voice. You can let me know if it's too loud. I don't even have speakers on this setup. I have ordered it. I've got my theme set up. I've got a mess. We did some cool stuff. I'm actually trying to see real quick if a camera will work. So I'm going to add a new scene. I'm trying to get the OBS bot, or the OBS bot, I'm sorry, the OBS bot set up on this computer. But they don't support Linux with their software. So, oh, that's a terrible frame rate. Oh, but I think it's, oh no, it's tracking all, I don't know what's happening. Hold on. It's going all over the place. Okay. So the OBS bot just tracked itself up to my light. And now I think it's frozen. Oh my. I think the OBS, oh, it just tracked itself back. Maybe it needs USB 3. Hold on. Let me get a different USB cable. Hold up. So the OBSBot software doesn't support Linux. They only have a Mac and a Windows. Oh, no music? What do you mean no music? Oh, yes, the music has magically died, even though it was there. Question mark. Alright, music should be back. I don't know why it switched audio devices. Did you catch the plate on the truck that drove to your studio? So, the OBSBot, as I was trying to say, the OBSBot software does not have a Linux build. And I tweeted at them, and they said it's very difficult to develop new software. They don't know when it would happen. But I figured the webcam itself should at least work, and maybe it will have some tracking stuff that it runs on its own. You just can't tweak it. But that's what we're attempting now, and so far it's not going well. I gotta be honest, I don't know what ports are USB 3 on this motherboard. Okay, we're gonna switch back to the scene. Got OBSBot Tiny detected. Okay. Still not showing anything. And now it's tracking back up towards my light for no apparent reason. What in the world, man? Wait! There are pan and tilt. Hold up, hold up. No way! Hold on. I know you can't see anything. Give me just a second. Here, I'll turn the music down if it's too much. Okay. Okay, hold up. I gotta figure out why video's not coming through. It works. Okay, so I think it keeps resetting. Oh my god! Hello! Does it zoom? No, I don't think it's going to zoom. So in the OBS controls for the camera, I have pan and tilt controls that work on it. So it's going to look terrible because this camera just looks terrible. We can tweak it though. But I can pan it with the OBS controls. Am I zoomed out all the way? I think I am. That's unfortunate. Oh. What? Oh, that gets super wide. Alright, so I don't think the auto face tracking works, but basic pan and tilt control is here. That is wild. It's just built into the OBS controls here on Linux. Is that seen using a different mic? No, it's the exact same mic and audio and filters. Everything's the same. So yeah, it's the EposVox Tiny. It's a little USB PTZ camera. I don't know how to inform you about the mic sounding different. Literally nothing changes about the mic from scene to scene, so I don't know. Oh, the music's gone again. Oh, because I muted it. Nice. Nice. That's way different. What is different? It sounds like you switched to a different mic than before. What? That doesn't make any sense. Hello? The device isn't changing. So it sounds different on this scene. Oh, it's doing that again. Before you got the PTZ, you sounded so much better. Okay, so I must have screwed up the audio devices somehow. I unplugged the webcam. Test, test, test. Wow. So somehow plugging in the webcam switched the device in OBS even though it doesn't say it. Okay. So I will leave that unplugged, and we will figure that out for the next stream. But the fact that you have manual PTZ controls on that camera right there, that means that EposVox has zero reason to not support it because half of the functionality is already there. But it also means that there is a plug-in for OBS that if it works on Linux, can literally interact with PTZ cameras and just do the face tracking part, and we're good. So that's going to be really cool if I get that working. The problem is it keeps doing this weird reset where it looks up at the light. I gotta figure out why it's doing that. And figure out why it's showing an audio device, because on the camera itself it doesn't even show that there's an audio device in OBS. So that's really cool. Are you on Linux right now? Yes. Alright, so let's get back to my normal scene here. Yes, the mic is stereo. I have a stereo pair of mics here on the workbench. I think if I put them down to mono. I don't know if mono will mix them down to mono or just use one. Here, let's find out. Alright, I have set the mic to mono. Okay, I think that's just mixing them down. That should be a little bit more even. This is all a new setup. I'm just trying to figure out. I do want to show you some of the changes here. Okay, so this is, of course, the Workbench Setup, as you have come to know over the past stream or two. We have the overhead view. I'm still working on the laser engraver. I got some contact from Ortur, who helped me with some of the tweaking of the physical device, and then they gave me a code to pop into Lightburn to potentially disable the alarms that were going off and stopping my engravings, and I got some new wood cut for it. I'm not going to mess with that a ton just yet. But I do want to show you some of the changes we have made to the workbench, and for that I'm going to use Droid Cam this time because NDI was acting kind of funky on us last time, although I'm not using audio anyway since I have audio here. But I can go into here. Haha! Look at, the frame rate's kind of wonk, but we good. Alright, so I have a video coming on it, but I have completely revamped the layout of the pegboard itself. I know the frame rate's not great. I'll try doing 720p next time I do this. But I have completely redone the pegboard itself. I added me a new screwdriver system there. Actually, I realized I found a screwdriver that I have now already lost again. But this is really unstable. I wonder why. That's wild. Anyway, new screwdriver setup, squares, like tools go together, space for all of my tape rolls, which is really nice. Soldering station up there for now. Ideally, I'm keeping it on the workbench, but for now it'll stay up there. And pretty much only stuff I'm going to use is here. Also, I got a new paper towel holder because the previous one was terrible. That one is rock solid. Overall, I'm liking it. You'll also notice in the middle here, I added me a little bitty monitor for me to do my OBS projector preview output from, which allows me to see what the heck I'm doing. I can see chat. And so, for example, I will go ahead and switch back now. For example, whenever I am doing these overhead shots, way too often am I leaning in and getting my head in it, or either not showing it in the right spot. So by having a monitor directly in front of my face, I can exactly lift up whatever I need to show you and be like, here's the thing, and it actually focuses on it. Now this power cord is for the overhead RGB LED strip that I just have to route because it's a very short cable, so that will go in the future. But that gives me a view of the chat as well as what the heck I'm doing on the camera. And then we can start to tweak the angle as well, because I can see that it is very crooked right now. Should be a little bit more aligned, but still not perfect. That's because I was just, well, no, that should be it. There we go. Angle a little bit better there. Not going to be perfect, but a little bit better. So I've been revamping the workbench in that regard. Tweak the angle of the stangle. What? Now, I have also just done some changes to the workbench below the surface. I just got done cutting and piecing in that shelf. I just got me a new circular saw, which I'm super stoked for. I never thought I would be at that point in my life where I was stoked for a saw. But picked me up some plywood from the store, got it chopped up. All right, Droid Cam at 1080p is not going to cut it if we're doing wireless. Wow, that is not great. I've had really good results with Droid Cam so far, but this is not hot. Anyway, got the piece of plywood here cut for a second shelf, because while this double shelf was super great when I wanted to stack PC towers here, when I had all these little things I want to put on here, it's a problem. So this is a lot nicer, and I'm going to be able to get a lot more organized with the stuff that I actually use. Haven't even begun to fill the bottom shelf. Saws going down there, who knows what else. I do got to integrate my VHS capture station into the stream computer here. I also installed me a keyboard tray, so that's not wasting workbench space anymore. And I also installed me one of these under table drawers. Go ahead and get some of the stuff that I use frequently that's a little stuff up out of the way. So this is turning out to be freaking awesome. I gotta figure out how to slide my hand cleaner in here somewhere. Maybe there for now. Still got lots of stuff we're gonna clean up today, but the studio itself, because of all this, has turned into a complete wreck. That is a pile of mostly empty boxes, but some of them have Christmas presents in it that I need to wrap, so we're not gonna get rid of those, but I do need to compact the boxes. Our review pile is just a complete disaster right now. And all of this is also torn apart because those shelves with the VHS tapes were falling down. I know you can't really see that if I zoom in here. Hey, that works. Those shelves with all the VHS tapes were super heavy and falling down, so I had to straighten those back out and reinforce them. And so I had to tear everything off of that. And so things have been a complete wreck. And that is kind of what today's stream is going to be. It's just kind of fixing all of this stuff back up. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Gonna stop Droid Cam here. That is a rundown of where things are at the moment. Also, I'm of course getting the stream PC here going, which seems to be working. I'm digging that. Everything seems to be running smoothly so far, again, other than freaking Droid Cam being kind of derpy. That is okay. I think everything's running pretty nicely now. But yes, the stream PC for the Workbench now runs. Oh, I closed my Twitch pop-out chat. No! I thought I knew what I was doing. I did not mean to actually close that. Alright. Zoom in. I like that Vivaldi lets me zoom in individual windows without zooming in the site itself. That is super clutch for this kind of workflow because the main monitor here is 1080p. The monitor in front of me is 1920 by 1200, basically 1080p. But then my vertical monitor that I have is 4K. And mixed DPI scaling does not work on most operating systems, Linux included. And so getting like 300% on 4K and 100% on 1080p doesn't work. But being able to just pop up Twitch chat and zoom it in 500% and not affect my normal Twitch window is incredible. What's up, Kryptonic HD? Just gave a tour of how things are going here in the studio. Got lots of changes I made to the Workbench setup. Finally getting this set going the way it is supposed to. And yeah, we need to clean things up, and I wanted to have some accountability and some interaction while I do it, because otherwise I'm going to get distracted watching a show and not actually finish anything. I also forgot to mention I have more parts for stuff, so let me grab those. I made trips to Home Depot and Lowe's today. Got my saw, don't see that. Got some parts, and as you all saw when I was doing the laser engraving stuff, that kicks off a ton of smoke. Now I have a tiny little one of those fume inhaler boxes, little fan with a carbon filter that I use for my soldering station, but it it's not enough for the laser engraver smoke and fumes. And so we are installing in the ceiling an entire like fume extractor kind of thing. So I got a 6-inch ductwork inductor fan, which we will put in the ceiling with a little reducer, which I have here in one of these bags. I feel like I'm missing some stuff. Oh no, here it is. So effectively, this 6-inch to 4-inch reducer is going to sit in the ceiling. We're going to cut a 4-inch hole in the ceiling. I have to carefully figure out where it's going to go because I have a couple things to keep in mind. The first is we have all of our hard ducting that I showed during the moving vlog installed in the attic right above me. So working around that's going to be a pain in the ass, and then finding a spot that works around both that and all the stuff I have mounted on the ceiling here, keeping in mind I have a hose I'm going to drop down that I have to hook up somewhere, is going to be a little awkward. But effectively, this 6-inch to 4-inch reducer is going to sit in the ceiling. We're going to cut the 4-inch hole in the ceiling, and this will literally just friction fit there, and we'll screw it into a joist. And then this 6-inch fan will sit on top of that, and then we have a big O 6-inch hose that we are going to pipe through the attic out the garage attic has just one of those standard like vents that just sits there. So we're just going to pipe it out and point it at the vent. That should be more than good enough. And then I have a little 4-inch kind of super nice flex hose that you would use for like a dryer or something that I will be able to hook down and just drop it down whenever I need to extract the fumes and pop it up out of the way when I'm done, which should be super clutch. It's going to be pretty loud, but that's fine. I have on the way a little like adjustment dial specific to this fan that I'll be able to control the power and the speed and things like that. Did you see the PD70 went down to $100? The microphone? I still haven't reviewed mine yet. That's pretty sick. So I got lots of wire to run through the ceiling. I'm just going to drop down the switch basically right up here on the AC unit. So, nice. Use your Prime subs! Thank you, Alex. We got some clamps for the 4-inch side. I have 6-inch still coming. Got the little box that I'm gonna mount the fan speed controller, and like I said, probably just gonna drop it down and like hang it or mount it right here up against the AC unit, or maybe even sit it on the box itself down here. And then just some basic wire nuts. Should be a fun, if not messy, little project. And like I said, this will be pretty loud, so it'll be obnoxious if I do any engraving during this like stream. However, it will be in the ceiling, so hopefully that helps with that. And then, yeah, I mean, should be all right. Yeah, the microphone, I bought it for $130 and got a fed head for $80, and then found a Wave 3 for $50. Jesus, those are Wave 3 for $50 is a really good deal. Also, I don't think you need a fed head with the PD70. That was one of the selling points they were telling me about it, was you don't need a activator with it. So I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also for fumes, I bought one of those fancy like masks with replaceable insides and stuff that I will use at some point just to further keep myself safe. Really not trying to get cancer from this, and I already spent 2 days of engraving like just straight inhaling the fumes, so I'd rather not do that anymore. PD70 needs it since my Creative K3 Plus. Oh yeah, that's a fair bit of a lower tier preamp, so that makes sense. Yeah, lots of little things here and there that we need to clean up and organize. A big part of that is cutting down, flattening, and cutting up these boxes. And I even have a little electronic box cutter tool. I do need my knife though. Did Sushi Dragon release a full video expanding on that Twitter clip? I don't believe so. I think it was just like a clip from a stream, so there might be a stream VOD with it, but it was just showing his progress through his different programs over the years. Let's clean up the studio. Proceeds to empty bags with smaller items in there. Look, I have to get rid of that stuff in order to clean it up. So this, my friends, is someone with broken hands, best friend. If I can get it off the hook. Nope, pegboard rules. When you take a tool off the hook goes with it. This is a a motorized box cutter, and I don't even know how much charge it has left. So I tried getting the Stream Decks working before this stream, and all of the utilities for it are like super messy and only half-baked, so I'm pretty disappointed. People were talking about how good they were, and like they looked like a nightmare to get set up. I tried all 3 that I found, but bam! Now for smaller boxes like this, the knife would go just as fast, but it just freaking rips through it, man. I have so much of this box buildup I have to get rid of. I feel like I'm drowning in the studio. Hello? Okay, sometimes it doesn't always fit though. There we go. Just gotta finagle it in there. And then that one I can just pull apart like a man. Gotta pile all this up for recycling. Box cutter sounds amazing. Bought an electric screwdriver and the tip rusted or something. How? What? Yeah, this is super nice. It's called the Zip Snip. I think I saw this on a TikTok video, one of those like, is it actually bullshit or is it is it a good recommendation? And they actually liked it, and so I tried it out and I digged it. I dug it. Oh yeah, got this box. Make a battery powered everything. You're not wrong! amount of stuff my mom buys off, or my wife buys off of Amazon because of TikTok. Lol. Alright. So, we're gonna have a stream soon where I'm putting up my Christmas tree. I wanted to put it up early because I always wait till last minute to have like Christmas stuff in the background of videos, and with the way my video schedule works, it ends up being like 3 videos in December and then all of January, and everyone's like, why is your tree still up? Even though the videos were shot in December. So I was trying to get the Christmas tree up early, and we haven't done it yet, but I don't have room to get things out of my attic in the studio here to put the tree up or place to put it. Well, that's a big motivator to get this cleaned up, and so I have room for that too, and we're gonna decorate it on stream as well. I don't know if we'll quite make it into the attic today, but I can dream. It's not the like most power efficient. Like, I bet one of these with a basic 18-volt battery or something from Normal Power Tools would be freaking sick. Bought a bunch of keyboards because I was bored, and the most expensive one ended up being DOA. RIP! Long term, I want to see if I can get one of those bots set up here on this computer as well, so that you all can change the camera angle. So like if I walk away with overhead view, you can be like, oh, what you doing over there? But I want to look into the streamer.bot bot, and I just haven't had time yet because it's so intense with like everything it has going on. Viewers manager stream. For real, I miss stuff, like I miss switching the angles and stuff all the time. Who needs a stream deck when you have viewers and bot commands? Exactly! Oh yeah, so this isn't from, it's from the same year, but it's not from LTX. This is from the DreamHack I went to for NVIDIA, and got everyone who was there to sign it. I got the capture card box signed at LTX though. Reach out to your Nerd or Die partners about a 21:9 layout, please. Honestly, most people shouldn't be streaming in 21:9. Like, they're limiting who can actually enjoy your videos or your streams way too much, and YouTube doesn't even take it right most of the time. Like, I see no reason to. Just use up that extra space on your stream or use games with centered HUD. IMO. I don't think they're gonna make one because it's so limited. But if they do a special, like, here's our special 21:9 edition, and it's just the one, maybe a bunch of people will sell it. I don't know. Alright, AC's on. I'll go kick it off in just a sec. Didn't expect it to kick on, honestly. It's like 40-something degrees outside, but you know. When you can just tear the box, it goes significantly easier and faster. But not all of them are easy to do that way. What even happens at DreamHack? They have panels like at every other convention to hear about various miscellaneous topics, and then LAN gaming, LAN parties, concerts, drinking, food. Whatever happens at DreamHack stays at DreamHack. I think this is it for the strictly empty boxes for the moment. Can't bear to watch this gruesome scene. He just keeps stabbing them. He won't stop. Someone stop this man. What's up, Stereo Disco? Currently we are murdering some boxes, but the goal here is to just clean up the studio. Cujo, I don't believe you at all. I don't believe you for one bit. murder ASMR. It's not ASMR, y'all made me turn off the stereo mode. Alright, boxes are piled up for me to run to the recycling in a little bit. I can put the box cutter away for now. Put away the murder weapon, as it were. Yay! Alright, so a problem I have is now that I cleaned up and reorganized my pegboard, I have even more random pegboard accessories that I have no present use for. Although this one might be more useful for hanging the box cutter. There we go, that's a lot better. It's mostly clean to leave room for dog beds. An X-Acto knife cut faster. Not exactly. Oh yeah, there's a random Chick-fil-A gift card. A $5 gift card in my Home Depot or Lowe's locker. I don't remember which. I guess I'm giving this to someone for Christmas. I don't eat Chick-fil-A, and I don't know why it was in there. But I guess it was a gift. I don't even know where this paddle bit goes. Actually, yeah, it should be... Yay, my new storage system at work, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's gonna warp the cup. No, I don't want to do that. Do it that way. So that's how you pay your mods. Lol. Where did this drill bit come from? Where did this? What? Alright, you know what? They'll float in here. No big deal. That's a problem for me later. Oh, I need to check on the 3D printer. Crap, it's supposed to have been going this whole time. One momento. Actually, I can do it this way. I think the Droid Cam app crashed. It's not super stable, admittedly. What is it? Control Alt F2 to force quit? Control Alt F2. Control Alt F2 switches to a TDY terminal. My bad. I forgot about that. That's what it used to be, right? Okay, I guess we don't have Droid Cam. I'll just be right back. No, like, I literally have just used Control F2 to switch to the terminal logins and stuff like 5 times in the past week. So I knew that's what it does. For whatever reason, that was just what was in my brain of how to activate force quit. So I don't know what I was thinking of, honestly. So I've been 3D printing wrong view. A ton of these cookie cutters. These are Harry Potter themed. Some of my family are huge Harry Potter fans, and as long as I use a pretty high like infill percentage, so I think these are like 50%, they are really sturdy, and while they won't survive the dishwasher, they will survive some general hand use. And so I'll just clean up the plasticky bits so no one ends up with loose plastic in their cookies, because no one wants that. And obviously the stringy appearance is not super great in the first place, but just a little bit of cleanup and they turn out really, really nice. So between that and hopefully getting some of the stupid engraving stuff working, should have some pretty solid homemade Christmas presents this year. But obviously I am very quickly running out of time. Some of these strings like don't ever want to come out. I think it's the filament I'm using that was particularly stringy. I saw some reviews about it after I looked it back up again. So I have bought a different filament to replace my white, but I'm obviously still using up what I have until it's gone. And I don't know, it gets pretty stringy here. Maybe in switching to TDY to force quit things. No, like, this is like, I'm thinking of like Ubuntu 8.10, but like, used to there was a keyboard shortcut that would bring up a force quit menu, and then you click on the app that you, or the window that you want to force quit, and it would just kill the process. I don't know what I'm thinking of though. Doesn't look as great as I'd like on that particular portion, but it's fine. Just give it a little cleanup job, make sure no one's uncomfortable with it. So I'll show you the other ones that I have. Control-Alt backspace, maybe? I'm not sure. So I've got a bunch of different ones. The HP logo, Hagrid, Platform 9 3/4, Dumbledore like we just cut, Hedwig, Hermione, Ron, the Harry Potter bookmarks. I still had a string, whoops. The bookmarks are really cool. Obviously, like eventually they'll break, but as long as you aren't just freaking destroying them, like they're flexible but also durable enough to hold your page on your book. You can just bind a key to Xkill. That's probably what I was thinking of. Like I said, this was really old. And then Harry Potter himself. So I ended up accidentally, because it took me quite a while to get the exact settings that I like to produce ones that I was comfortable with. And so I ended up with duplicates of a few, so I'm just going to print a couple different batches to give to different people. And then I've got some of the pegboard accessories I might give my dad. So, turning out pretty good. Could have gotten stringy from absorbing moisture. That's possible because that's one that's been sitting out a little while on my roll. But, I don't know. How you doing tonight, Executioner? Doing alright. How about yourself? So, no improvements on the engraving since last I watched? Not directly, just because I'm waiting. I guess you missed my whole explanation about the ventilation system we're installing in the ceiling. Waiting on that to go in so I don't give myself cancer. But I got some tuning from Ortur on the physical tuning of the engraver to get it set up. I got a bigger piece of wood to mount it on, and then I got some settings in Lightburn to stop getting the alarm code so often. So hopefully it should be a lot better. Alright. The hell does this screw go to? What's up, Sandy W? See you later, Stereo. Okay, so this goes to the ceiling fan hardware that I installed here in the studio. Actually, here's the hold me accountable part of this stream. So part of the reason I'm streaming this is so you guys can hold me accountable for me actually cleaning up the studio as well as what I keep and get rid of. So, I have recently installed a ceiling fan in the studio. There was already a spot for it. We just never got a new one once we, built the studio. Got that set up a couple months ago. It's been going great. But, of course, I have some extra hardware from that. A ring, the down rod that actually drops it below the ceiling, which you would not want in this space because the ceilings are so low, like everyone would hit their head. And some pieces that no longer need used. I'm good to throw these away and not hoard them with my giant box of a bunch of hardware going back 10 years that I'm never going to use. Right? Hoarding bad. Get rid of these because I'm never going to use them good. Correct? Hoarding bad. Thank you, Guy Manley. I vote save everything else. Yeah, that's my usual vote and why I'm in this freaking mess to begin with. Hoarding good, sorry. Alright, screw you! Yeet 'em. Thank you. Some of you all get it. Some of you all get it. I'm eating them. Get yeeted. Get yoked. Got a garbage bag going. There's nothing I can reasonably or easily recycle from this. So, sorry, environment. Alright, next up, what do we got? This goes to my new saw. I need to bag that up after I vacuum it up. We got a teeny tiny little micro USB cable. I guess we can wrap up here. Had a cable strap. Here we go. What's up, Tima O'Toole? Time to add a second floor to your garage. Funny you say that. I am going to get one of those portable garages brought over and put behind my garage. We currently have a shed, but it's like rotted away, very run down, completely needs, it needed torn down and a shed replaced anyway. And so we are getting rid of that next year, and assuming I can save up the money, I'm getting one of those big old portable garages plopped down in it. It's going to be, I have up to like 14 foot by 20 foot to work with before it would impede on my ability to get around it. And so I'm aiming for like 10 to 12 foot by 20 foot for the garage, and that'll give me enough room to store stuff like a lawnmower and weed eater, but also some of these storage shelves I could actually just move out there and keep stuff that's less sensitive to weather and get some of the storage out of here, some of the storage out of the house, and a little bit more breathing room, as well as give me room to get table saws and miter saws and sawhorses and stuff like that. So I'm super stoked, but that'll have to be next year, which is why I'm focusing so much on getting this done now, because I don't got $5,000 right now. I also thought I would refill my shop towels because I needed more. And now I have enough blue shop towels that my grandchildren will use them. So I have no clue what the hell to do with these. I'm pretty annoyed by it, but like I will use them. But it just takes up a ton of space right now. And that would be the perfect kind of thing to just toss in the second garage. As stupid as that is to say out loud. Alright, I'm actually going to go under the workbench here for a sec, so you kind of get Velcro the ceiling. Definitely not. You'll be ready for the next TP shortage. Oh god, that'd be some weird toilet paper. Alright, so I'm going to be under the workbench so you guys can get like the wide view here as I go underneath. Here's that screwdriver I lost. Knee pads because I'm an old man. Y'all remember these super tiny CDRs? I still have some of them with colored jewel cases. They haven't been burned yet. I don't know what to put on them yet. I also did the same thing as the paper towels last year. I bought some spray enamel, and apparently just bought a case of it. So I have like 9 more cans of Rust-Oleum clear enamel when I haven't even used the first one. On top of, I have both a spray bottle and now a paint can of polyacrylic. Here is an old family computer of my wife's that I've been meaning to make a video on. It's a Gateway from the Windows Vista era. It's completely demolished at this point. And I know with complete certainty it needs a new power supply, so I had already previously removed the power supply. It also doesn't have a CPU cooler, I'm just realizing. I'm pretty sure the computer itself is dead. However, it had a capture card in the front of it. And I wanted to make a video because I wish I had known about all these computers that had a capture card in them back in the day, and thought it would be cool to make a video on, given I'm the capture card guy. At this point, I'm pretty sure this is just garbage. Because, like I said, there's no CPU cooler, there's no power supply. I think I can just extract, actually that's what we should do. No more hoarding, accountability. Also, I have a case badge, or a little server rack badge from an ancient Avid workstation. I keep it on my pegboard and it falls off a lot. Talk about hoarding. So I think the play here, is to put the screwdriver in here. All right. Play is to just extract the capture card mechanism and hope I can get it running on another device at some point. Because I don't think there's any point to keeping this computer. I think that is the play. It should just go to a USB header if I recall correctly. Oh, it has 3 cables. Okay, I might have a PCI card it attaches to as well. Oh my. Nope. Alright, so that's a special cable. That's a USB cable. Okay. What? Oh. It's also the audio front port. Okay. Yeah. So, never mind. I think we're good. I believe that's the FireWire header, which we don't need. Because it's a combo plug. It has RCA, it has FireWire, and it has audio. So, I believe this weird long connector is FireWire, which obviously computers no longer have the headers for. And then we have an audio header, which would be for the audio jacks, and then we have a USB header. Actually, that's the audio one. This blue one should be the USB header for the capture card itself. So somehow, the RCA, oh, nope, I'm already wrong, never mind. The FireWire connects to, yeah, I should have looked at that first. The FireWire connects to USB. That is surprising. It's just a basic FireWire to USB conversion here. The RCA connects to this longer connector. Alright, let me see. I think I had a PCI card that it all connected to that I have separated. And if so, I still have that. Now let me make sure this doesn't connect to anything in the motherboard itself. I used to use FireWire all the time, but I was a big mini DV guy, so. Yeah, so there's nothing in the computer that would connect to. So I'm pretty sure I have a PCI card that I'm gonna mount to it. This has an AMD Phenom in it, and what do we got for RAM? Nenya two 1 GB sticks of DDR. I want to say DDR2. Yeah. It's probably worth just keeping the computer. I don't want to keep the computer. I'm trying to fight against that. Like, Phenom should be DDR3. Alright. Like, I feel like I keep the chip because I have other AM3 stuff. And I keep the RAM just for the lulls. In fact, I have a box for this kind of stuff. Like, I've got a box of old RAM and cheap chips and stuff just for lulls. Like, not to keep safe because of bent pins, but look at that Pentium 3. So I feel like I keep and preserve the Phenom and toss the rest. And it's freaking pins on the bottom. I don't have a safe compartment for this. That's unfortunate. I don't even have a shell that would hold it. 3D print one. You get me a file for it. Slashy gifting 3 months to Derek? What? Thank you. Oh man, I turned on my PC just to do that. LOL! Alright, maybe we set this somewhere to keep very safe for now. He's gotta be in sub chat. I'm gonna set this somewhere to be very safe. I honestly don't care about it that much. It's just a standard Phenom from 2006. I don't think we were using DDR3 in 2006. So probably DDR2. And then we just run the PCI card on another computer if we can find drivers for it. I think that is the play. And then if I ever want to talk about the computer itself, I have this stream footage to reference. See you later, Slashy. Thing 273. Okay, someone send me that on Discord where I'm going to remember it and be able to use it. I want to preserve the Phenom up here for now. Just because I know people will be mad at me if I trash it. But I fully expect to never touch it again. Go ahead and... We're just going to trash the computer. I'm going to get some footage from this stream here. We're good. It also came with one of those portable media bays, which was just... Weirdly enough, these portable media hard drives connected with USB, and then on the other side was just SATA. That was always weird. But obviously it's completely falling apart, but one of those expansion bays, it has this rubbery texture that got all gunked up. I'm so glad hardware doesn't really use that anymore. Thank you, I am nothing. But yeah, this is officially going to the garbage and no longer eating up Workbench space. Huzzah! Success number 1. Yeet! In the meantime, let's open up this box. Put up these screwdrivers, be a good lad. Keep the workbench functional. This box is pretty cool. This is from Japan. Japanese box save it. Haha. All that packing for these 2 tubes. Went a little overboard there. But we get to go on a stabbing spree! Ah! I'm a madman! Can you pop at least one? Whoops, my bad. Don't worry, we'll have more. Don't stab yourself, it's against Twitch terms of service. Oh, don't worry, I'll only be banned for 3 days. Paid time off, you know. Get way more subs when I come back. By the way, if you subscribe on Twitch, you get early access to videos and behind-the-scenes content via a secret channel on our Discord server, which you should also join at discord.gg/EposVox. So, double whammy of incentive there. This is some thick-ass tape. Like, it's not tearing with everything else. Well. Okay. Good enough, I guess. Your stream stalled and now have adverts again. Whoops. Yeah, what are you talking about? This is... That kind of behind the scenes content just is my content half the time. You want to see more videos of me tearing up boxes? Subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's called OnlyBoxes. Okay. Now in here, we have some really cool posters. If I can get the tape off. Ah! Does the Stream Deck work in Linux? Not exactly. So far the answer is no for me, but some people get it working. Did I just squish this? Why is it in bubble wrap? It's the point of the roll to keep it safe. You don't need bubble wrap on top of that. Oh my god, this is the most... Well, shout out to Buy, if you're familiar with that site, buy.jp for importing stuff. Shouts out to them for the most overkill packaging. I mean, I guess it's cheaper than getting complaints, especially for like rare-ish items. I'd rather them do that than it arrive and be dead. So, ow. I stabbed myself, Cujo. Are you gonna report me? And there's tape on this! I don't even know which one this is. I ordered 2. Oh! I'm already creasing it. I don't know how people... One of those arcade-style Call of Duty 4 posters. These are probably going on the ceiling because I am out of wall space for posters. And frankly, I think posters on the ceiling look pretty cool. So that is poster number 1. I think the second one is a Pokemon Celebi movie poster. I don't remember entirely. Let's find out real quick here and I guess toss one of the tubes. Call of Duty 4 being basically my favorite Call of Duty. One that I still play today. Oh yeah, more bubble wrap. Yeah, we're just tossing one of these tubes. Goodbye, tube. Where are you? And I'm so tubey. Tubular. Now this one is packed much less aggressively. 3D print walls? About floor posters? Well, that's not gonna work on carpet, so... Yeah! Here we have the Pokemon Celebi! Pokemon something of life or whatever. Very nice. Celebi, a timeless encounter is the translated English. I don't think that's what the actual movie was called. Someone load the print plans the channel. Could you imagine like a Twitch stream where it's like Twitch plays 3D printing and the Twitch stream controls the 3D printer of like a streamer, not just like a random 3D printer, but the like a streamer they're already watching 3D printer. All right. So these are going in my Diablo standee over here, which have a lot of posters hidden in them. But they're not hidden. Alright, we are making some good progress today, ladies and gentlemen. Good progress. I feel like you would stop having a 3D printer if you did. Yeah. Alright, so we will wrap up the mysterious capture card piece here. Get it a cable strap. Of course, my cable straps are above me. And maybe one year, I'll get out a video on this. I swear I will make this camera look better at some point. Not during the stream, but just in general. Just needs some color grading and LUTs and settings tweaked. You have bubble wrap to package the capture card in. I don't need bubble wrap for this. Actually, I could go around again. then what do I do with it? Because my review pile is literally an overflowing mountain into the floor. And this is where I get stuck doing absolutely nothing because I go in circles because I don't have room to do anything. And like, what do I do with these tape rolls that I haven't even opened in years? What do I do with the carbonite that just kind of sits here? This is my life, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the freak to do with it. I have random stickers still hanging out for some reason. Alright, I forgot to put the graphics card back on my shelf. I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, I remember where we were at. I gotta put what mic are you using at the workbench? It's a stereo pair of mics from Clock Audio. Admittedly, I forget the exact model numbers off the top of my head. I'll probably have it in the video about them soon. Alright, so I was putting the paper towels down here along with the Rust-Oleum overflow. I think we also need to set up the VCRs, or at least get them moved over here. So, let's get a little droid cam action. Hold up. I can do this. No, droid cam is broken. Damn it. What if I... Control-T... X-Kill... Droid cam. Yeah! So you're right, I probably just mapped a hotkey to X-Kill. Connect failed. It's not going to connect back to my phone. Oh no, it's working! It's working! Alright, frame rate's still going to be crap, but once I set it down, it'll be less offensive. So let's get... How's that look? That should be fine for now. So we need to move the VCRs over here. I will be getting a wireless lav mic set up at least for the retro side of streaming, so... Alright. We've got a wall plate with baby receiver. We've got a 500 watt power supply just chilling. You know how it is. We got like a $300 roll of duct tape, because this is like the fancy rubber stuff that we use on our ducks in here, which I have no use for other than when we're specifically working on that. I have my VCR setup that is completely busted at the moment because half of my VCRs were not working for some reason. I've got paint supplies for my 3D prints I'm going to try to do. Okay. I'm either going to use my Sennheiser AVX wireless lav or my Deity interview kit. Alright, can I just use this stuff? I have lots of box tape because I use it all the time. I haven't found a way to slot that in yet. That's a problem. Maybe next to the Fast Orange. See, I still have some kinks to work out with how it's organized because I don't have room for some of the stuff like I actually need room for. It's very frustrating. Everything's covered in sawdust from where I first sawed the shelf inside like a dumbass. Alright, AV cables, power cables. Oh, what a mess. I don't know why half of this is like wrapped around. So we're not going to wire anything up today, but I at least want it like connected. I got to go unplug this stuff over here. Can you hang the tape on the pegboard? It's really heavy and I don't have any more tape pegboard spools and they take like 4 hours to print. So like theoretically I could, but it would eat a ton of space. Given it's something I literally never use other than like major projects, it's probably going in the attic or something. Or some sort of long-term storage. Okay. .3D storage jigsaw. Like, I had this whole stack of the VCR setup working perfectly, and then came back to it, and none of the VCRs worked anymore, and I had to haul another one over here. So hopefully I get it all working again, because I had a very specific workflow that I wanted to use. Look at all those AV cables. I'm just gonna sit behind it for now. Spaghetti monster, and then we have this other VCR I have to get. And it was all connected to a PlayStation 3, which was the only device I had that could easily feed analog video to it, but it's starting to play back videos like slower than real time, or like variable speed, and so I can't use the PlayStation 3 anymore. Hey, what's up, 1030? First time chatter. But yeah, I can't use the PS3 anymore because it's playing stuff back at variable speed and screwing up my audio sync. So I'm gonna have to set up a Raspberry Pi and see if there's an easy way to cast to it without activating some sort of overlay. Alright, so that will sit here underneath this little silver VCR. Oh, that's not good. So I got a Hi-Fi VCR, an SVHS VCR, a Panasonic DMR unit that like normalizes the signal, and then I just got another basic Hi-Fi 4-head VCR here as well. I have no idea if you can hear me, by the way. I'm not pounding a spike into my wall. It's the whole point of organization, to avoid it. Oh look! More RGB LED strip hardware. Where the hell am I gonna... Actually, I could slide this behind stuff. Yeah, buddy. Perfect. Rust-Oleum can go down here. Actually, Rust-Oleum can also go behind stuff. Perfect. Actually, the duct tape can go behind stuff. Well, I'm gonna leave it out for now because we're gonna need it for the ventilation project probably. I'm just gonna sit it in front of the VCR. Oh wait, what the hell is back here? Oh, these are those little like cube storage things. I have a couple on my cube shelves in the retro room, but I had a whole box of them. I don't know what I'm ever going to do with the rest. I'm going to see if my family wants them. Otherwise, get rid of them. Alright. Paper towels. Cool. Random PC repair hardware kit, like pre-iFixit days. I have no use for this anymore. I will just donate it. Although those Needemos are pretty nice, I will take those out. I don't have any more pegboard space for it, but that can go in my soldering box. I will donate those. How's the latency on wireless labs? Totally fine, honestly, so not a concern there. Alright. Mostly have like random stuff that doesn't have a home. So like I got a whole box of AA's just chilling here. I got these aerosol atmosphere sprays to do like haze. Creates like a haze effect. So like B-roll. Once again, I thought I was buying a couple and bought like a 9-pack, so there's just kind of hang out down here, I guess. I have more of them somewhere. My saw bag needs to go down here, so we can get that set up here. Hold on. Let's get that set up. Yeah, the wireless lab should basically be real time. Sorry, I had to blow all the sawdust off of the saw out of the door there. Isn't that just dust then? I mean, it was sawdust. So here's the saw I picked up today. Circular saw from Makita. This is a 7 1/4 inch. It uses dual 18-volt batteries. It's the same battery system as my drill and driver, so pretty nice. These are 5 amp hour instead of, I think that this one is a 3 amp hour, so you know, whatever. But due to the cash back on my card, it was effectively free. So I can appreciate that. Nice. It's got a track. It can do angles. It can do 45s and 90, well, 53 and 45. It's still getting sawdust everywhere, but that's fine. We'll vacuum it up. Yeah, I only got it because I could justify it by being a write-off of basically free with my cash bag. Alright, let me get the bag. Where did I put that? The saw came with the bag. Where did the bag go? Question mark. Hadn't even opened the bag yet. That's where it went. That bag's recyclable. Yeah, the saw came with this badass little bag, which for storing it in here where I want the dust to be minimal. This is freaking awesome. And then I will just move this out to the new workshop once it's time. And the bag has like so much space for stuff too. Oh, you're not looking at the overhead. As I was saying, so much space for stuff as well. It came with a dual battery charger. Which I'm gonna store in here for now. Look at this chunky boy. And it charges fast. I can't believe I'm gonna be one of those cliche tech YouTubers, but my current charging station is a complete wreck. It doesn't work at all. And so I'm actually gonna be building one of those charging walls where I mount this and my like camera battery chargers and stuff to a pegboard or something that I hang on the wall. I usually try to avoid some of the cliches of like things that everyone does, but it's actually gonna be hella helpful. Actually, I don't know if this will fit in here with it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, never mind. We'll just store it out of the way for now until I can get the parts for that. Alright, my 3D printer's done. Still gotta tell it to print some of the plier holders I have. Stuff like that. Alright. Put that up under the workbench. Nice and neatly. We still have some space down there. Nice. Let's vacuum up this mess real quick. Seriously want to get one of their dual battery chainsaws? Yeah! I'm just glad I found it and I could stay within my battery system. I've been watching way too many DIY and woodworking channels lately. Oh, crap. This went with the saw. It goes in the bag. Sometimes a cliche is a near necessity. Apparently! Apparently! I have a shop vac in the house. I haven't brought it out here yet because I don't have the space to put it yet. Oh, that's gone. Oh, I just hit my toe. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. I really hope I get that EposVox camera working, because having it just follow me around as I'm doing stuff here would be pretty sick. Oh, the battery charger fell. Okay. I got my quad hands that I actually do use for my soldering projects. That will just sit down here out of the way. We still got a little room down there. That's nice. Oh, we got some more of these bins. So like, I have these random bins. This one is like all of my HD Fury related products. So I have the integral here. I should actually put some more of my stuff in here. No injury, it's illegal. Well. And this one is webcams. Just spare webcams. Going back to like Windows 98 to the C920 to my original Keo that's broken. the ELP manual focus one that I never reviewed. And then these are my hum destroyers from when I ran everything through analog mixers and needed to hum destroy every single signal I passed through it. So I've got hum destroyers, I've got ground loop isolators, I've got those HumX outlets. Which, like, this is like, this box is easily $500. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 just in the normal hum destroyers. These HumX outlets are like $65 each. So 120, 180, 250 almost. And then like 50 bucks in ground loop isolators. So okay, so like 300 bucks of all these. One of which I literally never even opened. I don't know what to do with it. I guess I could try selling them on Discord. Because obviously I need some of this money back, but holy shit, like, I can't just throw them out. And I still pull one out every once in a while because I still, you know, route stuff through mixers and need them. But I even have more elsewhere that I don't know where they are. Did you see the new Panasonic that came out this year, the BGH1? That thing is amazing. Those will still all work. I know they work. I just don't know. It's so dumb to just have a box of things. The ground loop isolators themselves are just useless, but the HumX and the outlets, the HumX outlets and the hum destroyers are all great. The ground loop isolators really only do something for like low noise signal and then like your car. Keep 2 of each and sell the rest. Yeah, but like that doesn't save me any space because realistically the only place I have to store them is here. So if I have them in here, taking all but 2 out doesn't save me anything because I'm not going to put anything else in here and mix it up. And so I might as well just keep them all for, I don't know. That's where I get stuck on some of these things. So this can go down below. And lastly, I guess the art supplies. So I have my palettes, some brushes, some acrylic paints. I'm going to try learning to paint my 3D prints. And then I got a box of soft sponge brushes over here as well. But they came shipped in the Amazon box, like. And this is like a giant sticker. Jesus, this is dumb. Look at all the sponge brushes. These are going to be useful for staining, especially. At least I'm under the impression that they will. The real question, do the hum destroyers bring me joy? When they're sitting in a box, no. When I have hum that needs destroyed, yes. Paint miniatures in addition to your TCG stuff? I don't know. That stuff is so small that I just tore the freaking box! With my ADHD, I only have like such a capacity for like tedium that I have to be really bought in on the thing I want to do for it to work. I do think 3D printing some miniatures and stuff, but tape, yeah. That's what my collection of box tape here is for. Wherever I put it, here it is. Good enough. Okay. But I don't have anywhere to put Ziplocs on a giant shelf full of boxes, Cujo. Like, you're not wrong, but where am I going to put the bag that's not just going to be in the way? And I'm not saying this to be super critical. I know a lot of people think that I'm just like a complete asshole to my chat sometimes. I'm emphasizing or like stressing this because it's the stress I physically feel when you make suggestions that make sense, but then I can't implement them because it doesn't make sense. Item in the Ziploc, Ziploc in the box, box in the then it's just in the box! Alright, I got some stuff that for sure needs to go to the computer side of the desk. I got a thread adapter, we got the Live Gamer Bolt, which I still need to test with the Mac Mini. I hear it doesn't work. Got a 2TB SSD for my PS5. Shelf in garage, garage and bigger garage. Now you're getting it. Got a HDMI cable, got the Magewell capture card. Got my RetroTink 2X Pro that we're going to be using for the VHS captures. That will stay over here along with this HDMI cable and I guess the Magewell card. Garage and bigger garage. I don't think I picked up on that's exactly what you said the first time. That's hilarious. Alright, so the RetroTink and the Magewell and this USB cable for power can all go to the computer, powering the system for now and just kind of chill. Got a little bit of space on that bottom shelf if we need it. Clothesline across the room. Oh my god. Y'all are wild. I'm out of water. Alright, I got the 500 watt power supply that theoretically could go in my power supply box, but I think that's full. We will check though. I'm gonna print me another one of these 3D printed battery storage things. I have a couple complaints about this one. The first one, it printed with some support stuck to the bottom that I can't get off that makes it hard for the batteries to actually roll out. But also I just need it to be taller. So I'm going to try to modify it to give it a taller hood. And it's going to take like 12 hours to print, but probably be worth it. Actually, I was printing this on pretty low infill, so it will probably take significantly longer than 12 hours, unfortunately. And those AAAs are dead. I need to keep them separate. Alright, let me check my power supply box. I think we have room for once. Yay! This power supply, I think I bought to be a replacement for my Windows 98 PC, but so far I've just used it for systems where I needed a separate, like a test bench where I needed to power a second GPU for my dual GPU testing and stuff. Keep all my batteries in a Ziploc bag. I don't want to hear it, Cujo! Get out! See, then I have dumb boxes like this of stuff I can't get rid of. These are drive cages and the extra accessories from my Fractal Define 7XL. So like the drive slot cages, a couple rear fans I was experimenting with, some extra of the 3D printed wheel adapters. Tag Slays with the tier 1 resub! Thank you. And I just need a bigger box for this, I guess, but it's all stuff that I will probably, since I don't really mess with this, like, the build, I don't feel right getting rid of. I don't know! shoebox would probably hold that, but I don't think I have any spare shoeboxes at the moment. I have an entire box dedicated to my Titan RTX cooler that I took off to water cool it. It's just chilling in here. I don't need that Kraken manual anymore. The Kraken's not on it, it's custom cooled now. Get to it, mister. We already threw away so much. Actually, here's a real question for feedback from you all. On the pegboard, I previously had my giant rolled up cables, and I decided that was dumb because they wear out the pegboard because they're so heavy, and they eat up a lot of space because they're giant cables, and I have no reason to keep them on the pegboard because I don't regularly use them. It was just a convenient place to put them for cords that I only ever need once in a blue moon, or I just needed once, like this 50-foot Cat 7 cable. Now this is like 300 feet of Cat 7, and theoretically may never use again. What do I do with these? Where go? What do? Big cable box. Alright, so that means we need a box, which means I may need to open storage area in the attic. Yeah, this probably could go in the attic. I have a lot of stuff in the attic I need to clear out. That means we need to clear up a box. And I guess the box is going in the attic when we take the Christmas tree down. I think we're going to take this box. I'm just going to have to separate out my wife's Christmas presents without spoiling it to them or to you. I have a big Tupperware box for each type of cable. So I have that as well on that shelf back there that I was pulling the power supply box from. The problem is these bunches of cables take up most of those totes. So it's not very productive to have a tote where I want to store a bunch of little cables and then to fill it with one big cable. That's just not efficient. There are no corners of the room left, Tech Loose. It's all full. Alright. I have to hide these Christmas presents from the wife. Oh yeah, I guess today's a good time as any to unbox this bundle that Kingston sent me, by the way. So we'll open that in a little bit. Corners have corners at this point. Make an induction torch. Jesus. I guess I didn't anticipate the wild responses you all would have for suggestions. So I think the like video cables and stuff can go in here, and the network cable. But the actual extension cords should probably stay out and accessible somewhere. I could probably just shove them in or on my server rack. And that can go in the attic at some point. Actually, that box will fit under my bag for my saw. So that could be a good place to put it. These just need to hang somewhere out of the way. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to go sit them on my server rack real quick. we got those cables done real quick. Let's take a look at what Kingston sent over. So if you're unaware, Kingston used to have a gaming performance brand called HyperX. HyperX got acquired by HP, I believe. And so naturally, Kingston went and branched off their own secondary brand. That's probably going to be HyperX, basically, but obviously different now. And I believe it's called Fury. Yeah, Kingston Fury, which is one of the brand names that HyperX used at some point. So they sent me some glow sticks we can use at some point. Sunglasses. Okay. Actually, not too bad. I'm always going through sunglasses, like I break them really regularly, and I hate how most of them look, and most of them give me headaches, so these might be okay. They're generic, but it works. So those will go in my cart. Ooh, okay. What? Alright, the rest of this is useful for me. So, sticky notes. I use these like mad. Having more of these is nice. They actually sent me hardware though. So, we got... how much? 32 gigs of DDR4. 3600 CL16. 2x16 gigs. It looks like it has a little RGB strip at the top. Sorry. Little RGB strip. This is the Kingston Fury Renegade. Nice little... this might be one of my favorite memory designs. I mostly use Corsair. They sent me some DDR5 for my Intel testing. This RGB with the little like black shroud might actually be my favorite design. It's DDR4. And like I said, 32 gigs, 3600 mega transfers per second. CL16 is the cast latency. Not too bad. So that's freaking awesome. And then we got a PCIe 4.0 2 terabyte drive. So this could go in my PS5, although I might need a cooler for it. Or it can go in one of my builds soon, because I've been needing a new solid state drive for my builds. I am always running out. So this is pretty nice. I am actually pretty stoked for this. So shouts out to Kingston. If you're interested in products, you know, memory, they specialize in storage and memory, go check them out. I've actually worked with Kingston and their HyperX brand since my earliest YouTube days. One of my first review samples ever, especially in the computer hardware space, was back in like 2012. And it was for Kingston, specifically HyperX at the time, but Kingston, same kind of stuff. One of the first SSDs. It was like a HyperX 240 gig or something like that. It was like my second SSD I ever owned. Here in the early days of my YouTube channel, before I even went tech channel, they were working with me. So I appreciate that they're still supporting after all these years. And yeah, actually it's funny. The HyperX review sample came in the same year as my first ever AMD sample, which was one of the APUs they launched. And I just made a generic kind of unboxing and setup video. I had no experience benchmarking at the time or anything like that. I was planning on doing more benchmarking, but after I sent the basic unboxing video, which by the way, if you go back and look, at the time was the same quality and like generic content that Linus put out at the time of the exact same chip. Just to be clear. But I never heard from AMD again until 2018. So that crappy video got me blacklisted. We will just hang these glow sticks on the little rack here for now. And I'll go set these on my desk out of the way. I would really like some more water, but we're fine. All right, so we got some cable space back here now. Ooh, I do have another cable I'm storing. Hold up. Are these glow sticks live or dead? What are we saving them for? Well, I would assume if they send them to me, they haven't been used yet. So I'm gonna save them. Actually, I'm gonna put them with the sunglasses for my kid to play with when we're outside one day or something. But not in the studio. You caught me. Alright, I have another like 50 or 100 foot HDMI 1.4 cable. That can go in the box too. And actually back here I should also have an RCA cable. I don't see it anywhere, but I had like 50 foot of RCA audio cables. At one point where I was trying to run my computer to my tape deck at an old setup. I don't know where those cables went, but they can also go in this box later on. Well, they didn't have any products they believed to target your audience until 2017. Hey! Alright. So, giant cable box was the right idea. Fits perfectly. We'll put some gaffer tape on it just to keep... Okay. The lid suggested to be closed, and it can go under my saw bag. What's up, Jay Brucifer? It's already almost 2 a.m. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Okay. Doing all right. We're just cleaning up the studio here. Having you all hold me accountable for getting rid of stuff when I need to get rid of it. I really am at a loss for what to do with a lot of the smaller stuff around here, though. Alright, I have this hacksaw that's actually my dad's, but we're going to use it soon. And then I really need to return it. I've had it like all year. I'm just going to set that here somewhere, and then it won't be a permanent installation in Workbench. We've got CR1 3N batteries that can go in my soldering box. Got a single display port to HDMI cable, which I don't know what to do with, but we'll get rid of the bag for. And then we have literally all of this stuff. It's a disaster. It's truly just a dumpster fire at this point. Like, and what's worse is half of it's just review to-do list. Like, I really don't know now. Got a box of AAA batteries for my now dead battery shelf that we will... I don't really know what to do with the boxes themselves, or with the batteries themselves, but the chargers and stuff will go on the charging wall soon. Oh, that reminds me! I completely forgot. I got an email from New Air, a company that makes mini fridges, who I reviewed a mini fridge for, back in like 2016, 2017-ish, at one of our apartments, and then I gave that mini fridge to my parents because we had nowhere to put it. They might, they're interested in potentially sending me another mini fridge. I might have a mini fridge in the studio. Don't know where the hell it's gonna go, but would be pretty cool. All right, this is a wall plate. So like it's sort of hardware, and definitely after I move a lot of this stuff to the new garage later in the future, this was like perfect for what I want the workbench for. But for now, I guess I'll just set it on one of these little back bins. Don't know what to do with this tape. I guess I can put it on a hook, on a pegboard hook. I originally took it off the pegboard. I said, hey, I'm not using this. It's just eating up space. But now that I have pegboard space, I might as well put it back on there for now. This'll work. Pegboard ASMR. There we go. I have a bunch of this pegboard stuff up in the attic that I can figure out what to do all of this with at some point. Sunkist mini fridge, you know it! I don't even like cold drinks that much, but I guess I do like cold water, so that would be beneficial. Water bottle, well, I don't want to use water bottles, so I don't know. Oh wow, this is totally torn open. Okay. Alright, we have a box in front of me I've been neglecting. And it's incredibly dusty and covered in drywall dust, too. Cat hair. This is a remote for one of my Huddle Cam cameras that I still need to set up in the new studio. Hey look! An AMD CPU box! Who knew? This is for Ryzen, but theoretically it'll hold Nathlon. That's hilarious. Yup. Nice. Still don't know where to put it, but it's safe now. Don't even have to 3D print anything. And here we have a bunch of external hard drives. And RAM, it looks like. This was, like, stuff that I wanted to stay protected during the move and I never unpacked. So this is a random... I don't think it says what capacity it is. I want to say a 4 terabyte My Passport. I've got other My Passports with backups from 2018. Oh look! We've got Vengeance LPX DDR4 memory I've probably been missing. This is 2 of 8 sticks to make 64 gigs, 4200 megahertz. This kit was not great, honestly. I spent a ton on it when we were in the RAM price hikes. Like, this was super expensive, and it was not a great kit. We have an Aquantia 10 gig NIC, which I can use at some point. And then I have the NDI Huddle Cam that I never actually got around to reviewing, and I really hate that I did. Oh, what? We have another, oh my god. That's awkward. We have another MP600 from Corsair. This is a 2 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 drive. Maybe it's a 1 terabyte. Yeah, this is a 1 terabyte. This one can go on my PS5. It has a heatsink. Alright, I'll save it for that. And this is a Seagate 4 terabyte drive. I have no clue what's on this one. Toss it to RAM. No, I need DDR4 sometimes for builds. I have my magnet screw cup. Oh no! Wait, well these are garbage. So yeah, this is the NDI version of the Huddle Cam HD I reviewed like in 2019 or early 2020, I don't remember which. It's a really neat EPTZ camera. And I never reviewed it, and I feel kind of guilty for that because I was supposed to review both of them. I've got the power supply for it, and it connects over network. So I should get this set up somewhere. If you have any suggestions of some unique angles to add a network camera for my studio that you think would be cool looking, let me know. I can put the Aquantia NIC with my PCIe card box that I need to go through at some point. We have the Huddle Cam quick start guides. We have the guide to my water cooling pump. We don't need that anymore. So this will just be my Huddle Cam box for now. Pile. Oh. Actually, I say lol. It's not necessarily a terrible idea. I just don't exactly have anywhere to put it right now. Alright, I'm committing a sin. I put that box under the workbench on top of one of the other boxes. I know that's theoretically breaking my rules of where stuff should go, but I don't know what to do with all that. What to do with it yet. Alright, so footage archives, general backup, VHS rips, some of my old YouTube graphics are all on this one. Home movies, pictures, general backup on this one. These two, I ain't got a clue, so we should plug them up. See if we discover any secrets. Or maybe they're dead, knowing my luck. What our computer says. Mountain open. This appears to just be like a general archive. I've got a backup on my website, VHS rips, which I may have lost, so I'm glad I have those. And my archive of my VidMe uploads from 2017. And then a copy of NBA Street. That is currently using, well, 1.7 terabytes of the 4 terabytes. So I guess I could put more backups on this. What about the other drive? Which flavor of Linux are you running? Kubuntu. This drive is completely empty. 4 terabytes. The only space taken up is in, I guess the recycle bin has 1.4 gigs in it. Bizarre ass video. I'm not gonna open that up right now. I wonder what that is. Properties. It's an MP4. 1.5 megabits per second at 24. Oh, that's some old copy of one of those movies I used for my handbrake test. Wow. Okay. So that one's completely empty. I've got a completely empty 4 terabyte drive I could use for something. And then backups that I need to store, I guess, in our lockbox. So I'll take those to the house. Although I should load this one up with more backups first. And maybe I load this one up with some backups as well. Because what else am I going to use 4 terabyte external drives for in 2021? How healthy is the old drives? These I probably bought in like 2018 or 2019 and have literally just set still, so they should mostly be in perfect condition, honestly. Like they've gotten physically moved, but otherwise like they have barely been touched. So these will be set to go in the house. These will be set to just have more backups on them. We got a couple random SSDs. That's a 512 gig 240 that need to go with my PC building parts. Also do not have great organization. in all of this. I really thought I would have made more progress in the general studio direction. Actually, we should focus over here. What's up, Rux? Hope you be well as well. Well as well. Well as well. 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 Alright, so got our box here of our engraver supplies for now. It is mostly just a junk box, really. Any progress is progress. But yes, but it's also Thursday, and I have no videos ready for next week. And I literally just got done recovering from having no videos for this week. That garbage bag is almost full. I guess I'm gonna have to make our garbage recycling trip here in a minute. Alright, so I got this book with my square, which you're not seeing. The Swanson Speed Square Blue Book. I don't feel like I'm ever going to use this, but I feel like it's information and reference that I should maybe keep. I could put it in a drawer here, but might also be breaking money. Save it or toss it. I could put it under my keyboard. And forget it was ever there. Alright, putting the carbon out with the other PC stuff I have right now. I don't even know if that's any good. I guess the engraver supplies, I even take the charger here. Those can just eat up the last remaining space on that bottom shelf for now. And the engraver is going to be mounted to wood and just kind of passed around from time to time. Battery will stay here for the Mo. Put this drive on my desk for my PS5. Making progress. I don't know what to do with little adapters like this. I do have a video box. Actually, I don't even know. Oh, wait, maybe I do. That's USB. So I also have a box like this full of the drive bays from my Be Quiet Dark Base 900 or whatever that my retro streaming rig is in. Theoretically, it would be a great case to turn into a server if I ever wanted to load it up with drives. Am I gonna do that? Unlikely. Have I kept these around for like 3 years now because of that reason? Especially since they fit perfectly in this box? Absolutely. So I guess put your votes in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. On today's episode of Toss It or Keep It. I have a box somewhere that video cables go in, but I don't see it right now. Save, keep. Okay. Well, it's on the bottom workbench shelf below the engraving stuff. That's not a good place for it, but I gotta move stuff around. I have a random HDMI to VGA adapter. Where did my knife go? How did I lose my knife? My knife. I still haven't found. I had a really nice box cutter knife that I was using for a while. I don't know where the hell that went. my knife go? What the hell? Okay, guess we're using a flathead. Check the VOD. We'll be scanning for a while. I have this random HDMI to VGA adapter that I guess I bought. I think at one point I was going to do some comparisons to see what kinds of adapters work the best for like CRTs. And that never happened. I do this a lot. I buy a bunch of one thing to do like a comparison, and then years pass and I just have a bunch of that thing for no reason. Really frustrating. But we can recycle the packaging and just keep the little adapter on its own. See, products just pile up. Like I just got in the SM57. I'm potentially buying the SM58 from someone on our Discord. I've got the VMS ML2 microphone that's supposed to somehow emulate a bunch of other microphones to review. Got piles of this stuff. This is my Elgato RGB hardware. Theoretically, I could shove all this in the other RGB hardware box, so I'm going to look into that in a minute. I have the Asus deodorant mic that I borrowed from Wendell back in 2019 to review. Never got around to it. I should do it at some point. Oh, hey, found my knife. It was on the edge of the workbench. I don't know why this camera looks so dark. I'll fix it soon. Or swap it out with another one, I don't know. I don't have space for a bigger camera. So this is my RGB strip box, which is much smaller than it used to be now that I've finished hanging all the channels around my studio. I have some remaining Elgato light strip hardware that I can also contribute. Oh yeah, but these are also clips for the sound panels. These aren't RGB related. Whatever, it's fine. Oh yeah, and the washer mounting system and anchors for them that I didn't use. And 2 double-sided tape. So the tape they included for the little controller for these light strips is terrible. Of all the stickiness that I've used for things, it just falls off my walls immediately. But whatever. I got some clamps for the workbench that I never opened yet. I got them this week. I hate this kind of plastic. I don't know who they think is going to try to steal clamps so badly that they got to do this, but you'd be surprised. Yikes. Especially ones this big. Like, how would you hide them in your pockets or anything? Jesus. Chunky plastic. What's up, Mike's Nerd Cave? Okay, now I gotta figure out what to do with these. Actually, pegboard accessories. I need my stool. Now I have nowhere to put these headlamps. They didn't really need to go on the workbench, it was just kind of eating up space, but... Okay. Ugh. That feels appropriate. Feel I never get to catch any live streams, but I took tomorrow off and this is great. Awesome. Well, unfortunately, you're catching the tail end of one. But we've been working on cleaning up the studio. It's now 2:20, so I can't stay up too much later, but I do want to keep trying to get more done. I don't know what to do with these headlamps I got now. I don't really have anywhere for them to go, but it's not like I use them frequently. This is why I always have junk drawers, because everything is junk. And Mike's Nerd Cave with the prime swap. Headlamps can probably go in a home preparedness kit. Well, these are for like the attic and stuff. Like, I don't have a home preparedness kit in the studio. I have the P70 to review. I have an N64 to HDMI I was going to make fun of in a review. Like, this was supposed to be my review unit shelf, and it just quickly tumbled whenever I needed to grab random review units, and didn't have the room. Articulating arm. I've got my mister, which I've not set up since moving to the new studio. I should totally set up. Random capture card to review. HDMI to component converter. Probably has a lot of lag. That's just garbage. That is e-waste. I have a completely unopened Google Nest Mini. I guess I could give to someone for Christmas. Maybe my grandpa would want it. I've got the Fifine dynamic mic for review. At this point, I'm just going to move boxes around, like, unproductively. And then I feel like I'm in a review bottleneck, because I feel like I just need to turn out these reviews, even though they don't even do very well. but yet I'm kind of obligated to do them because that's what people come to me for. But it takes away from content I want to do or people frequently ask for. But if I don't prioritize them, then they just pile up like this. Played COD and Splitgate last night, and I feel like I turned the clock back 10 years. Hell yeah! Splitgate is awesome. At least with Strimsmith, it's given you a chance to get rid of some of the stuff. Yeah, but it's the stuff I already reviewed, unfortunately. Like, and I have a whole separate pile, like, off camera here of that stuff, like, trying to keep it pre-boxed up so I could give it away. I've got one of those capture your VHS tapes like directly to the device things I was going to compare to for my VHS video I still haven't done. Got a SDI to HDMI. This is one of those AV to HDMI devices I was going to review and show how terrible it was, and at this point I should just give away. Yeah, really, these kinds of things just need to go to Goodwill. I'm not going to make the video on it. Like, this was supposed to be in my upscaling retro consoles for streaming video. I was going to have a whole section where I do a shootout of all these cheap devices and show how crappy they are compared to options like the RetroTink. That was 2 years ago now. I'm just giving them away. I bought a whole bunch, back in January, I bought a whole bunch of these endoscopes, USB endoscopes, that I was going to try to do my own generic probe lens video on. That never happened. I think I still want to do that one, but I've held on to these since like January. Because when am I going to prioritize that over like deadline reviews? Like right now I have all this stuff I could churn out reviews for. But why would I do that when I have Intel 12th Gen I should really rush out my review on? I've got an Elicliff capture card. Oh wait, this is one I already reviewed. Huh. Actually, screw is still loose on that one. Whoops. I don't think that's screwing back into place. What? Weird. I guess have you found an endoscope with better than 720p? Probably not. They're all going to show up as really crappy webcams. Alright, I guess I can throw this in the Strimsmith pile. I got an old diamond analog capture card I was going to review from 3 years ago now. If it's still sold, I can review it. If it's not, there's no point. Oh, I had a whole video planned all year now on Elgato multi-mount alternatives. This is one such device. Still never reviewed it. I was going to do like a whole combo review video. Never got around to it yet. More of these little totes. This one full of GoPro accessories. GoPro and GoPro accessories. I don't even know where to put these kinds of totes. I have this Shasta mic from Cyber Acoustics. That was just a generic ass microphone that someone asked if it was worth with how cheap it was. You can see the Amazon label is like yellowed off. Once again, if this is still sold, I guess I could knock out a review and be like, making good voice with cheap mic, but it could also just completely not be sold anymore. It's like half opened. I don't think I ever opened it, but that tape is cut. This tape is not cut. Starting to feel like you might need a couple helpers a team. Unfortunately, that's not really possible. Yay! What do we got in here? Connects with micro USB. That is a chunky boy. With just a tiny little micro USB on the end. A big old desk pad. That is one of the biggest front faces to a microphone I have ever seen. Especially for this style. And it's hilarious because the capsule in it is probably tiny. Feels so cheap. Alright. I will set that out and try to obligate me to like a Mimi review or something. And that was Mimi with a -y at the end, not me saying meme wrong. Try to force me to make a goofy review about it if it's still available for purchase. Plug it in. Adjust it. Use it. Oh look, Windows 7 menus. Oh, Mac OS 10.4 menus. Of course it has no branding on it. I need to tear off the label that says the model number of the mic so I can look it up later. Got two more of these component to HDMI converters that are going in the Goodwill pile. We did, however, uncover my video tote, so these adapters can go in here. More capture cards. PCIe capture card with a completely unlabeled box. Okay, that's probably going to be it for today, guys. It is getting super late, and I got a couple like Some of the stuff I need to put up, I don't have room for, like, to show you on camera, so I don't want to keep you bored. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and dealing with this weirdness. I appreciate you keeping me motivated. We'll probably do a couple more of these, and like I said, we are definitely doing a stream of me putting up the Christmas tree in here and things like that, and hopefully we'll get this place a little bit more together. Hope you all have a great weekend, if I don't hear from you until then, and I will see you all later! Bye! Well, that wasn't supposed to be how that went. Hold on. Oh wait, yes it was. Bye-o! That graphic is broken. Okay.